The City of Atlanta launches its Summer Safety Initiative, and a new park opens in the Collier Heights community. That and more next on City Talk. Hello everyone, welcome to City Talk. I'm Thermice Beville. Mayor Kasim Reed and other city leaders announced a summer safety initiative aimed at enforcing the city's curfew ordinances. Troy Danicus explains how parents could be affected if their children are caught breaking curfew.
Atlanta's mayor and its police chief have undertaken a variety of measures to ensure the city's younger population stays safe over the summer break.
We want to get the information out that parents will be held accountable for their children, no different than they should be. If a child is out past the curfew hours, the parent is responsible for that child and should be responsible for that child.
And one of those measures involves a stricter enforcement of the city's curfew ordinances. Curfew runs from 11 p.m. until 6 in the morning, Sundays through Thursdays. On Fridays and Saturdays, it begins at midnight and ends at 6. Any child caught in public during those hours will receive a warning for the first offense. Get caught again, and it's the parents who pay, with a $1,000 fine and 60 days in jail or community service. MARTA will also lend their support to the city's efforts. Over the summer, they plan to expand police patrols around bus stops and in train stations. But the city's strict enforcement of curfew is being coupled with a myriad of activities offered to kids through parks, recreation, and cultural affairs.
Our recreation centers, pools, and parks, we offer a positive experience for our kids to help them grow and mature and really give them the tools they're going to need to succeed at life.
The department is offering up every kind of program, from Camp Best Friends to a Back to the Civil War Youth Festival at the Cyclorama to the city's pools and rec centers. Over at the Adamsville Recreation Center, kids attending Camp Best Friends are learning gymnastics and brushing up on those science skills so their minds stay sharp when school begins in the fall. One of the mayor's key messages to parents this summer is that the city's recreation centers are a safe place for kids to spend their time. Maceo Hurd, director of the Adamsville Rec Center, says he and his staff will do whatever is necessary to keep those centers crime-free.
Zero tolerance across the board. Any activity that deemed unworthy inside of our centers, you will be removed. Zero tolerance across the board.
So we, number one, lead by example, 2, define expectations, and then 3, enforce those expectations. We're here to work with children, but we will not tolerate inappropriate behavior.
Not that Maceo has any trouble with the kids at his center. He says parental involvement goes a long way in keeping rowdy kids in line.
A lot of times we have a lot of relationships with the parents in our neighborhoods, so what ends up happening when we have numbers on file, parents are called, kids are picked up, no more problems.
For City Talk, I'm Troy Danicus.
For a complete list of summer youth programs offered by the city, visit our website at atlantagA.gov and click the link for the Department of Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs. City leaders, families, and friends of police officers and firefighters came together for separate memorial services. These are annual ceremonies to remember those who died in the line of duty or who have passed away after retiring.
But it's important that we celebrate the fact that these young men and women voluntarily put their lives in the path of danger in order to protect their families, their friends, their neighborhoods, and their cities.
We have, through the brotherhood of the fire department, been able to overcome his death and know that the fire department was truly together and a brotherhood of firefighters.
This year's police memorial ceremony was dedicated to Officer Sherry Lyons Williams, who was killed in 2001 trying to apprehend a suspected drug dealer. Williams was the first female APD officer killed in the line of duty. City officials dedicated green space in the Collier Heights neighborhood to honor the memory of Mrs. Jenny Drake. Drake was a long-standing Collier Heights resident who was instrumental in acquiring the property through her work with the District 9 Council Office, the Neighborhood Association, and the Department of Parks and Recreation.
We are dedicating the Jenny Drake Park. This is many years in the making, where we were being able to take property that was traditionally in the Land Bank Authority, which would have otherwise gone for development, and saved it and preserved it in our community and opened it as green space.
The new Jenny Drake Park is on Waterford Road. The City of Atlanta gets $13,000 in federal money to repair monuments that mark the deaths of two Civil War generals. Major General James McPherson and Major General William Walker were both killed in the Battle of Atlanta in 1864. Councilwoman Archibong says District 5 is full of fascinating history, and these markers tell not only Atlanta's story, but the story of a nation. The Battle of Atlanta Commemoration Organization will raise an additional $9,000 for the preservation. And July 22nd marks the 147th anniversary of the Civil War battle. The battle took place largely in District 5 neighborhoods. It claimed numerous lives and eventually led to the burning of Atlanta by General William Sherman in 1864. Events to commemorate this part of the city's history include reenactments, van tours that follow the path of the Battle of Atlanta, special tours of Oakland Cemetery and Cyclorama, a 5K run, performer Dennis Boggs as Civil War President Abraham Lincoln, and a presentation by author Robert Davis on his new book, Civil War Atlanta. It all kicks off on July 15th. Councilwoman Yolanda Adrian joins the 2012 class of Leadership Atlanta. Members of Leadership Atlanta explore community issues, examine themselves as leaders, and build relationships of trust and mutual understanding. Through retreats, full-day seminars, service projects, discussion groups, and community tours, they work to strengthen Atlanta's communities. Adrian says she is pleased to join other leaders from across the region who are also passionate about Metro Atlanta's future. If you're trying to beat the heat, go swimming. The City of Atlanta opens swimming pools for residents to stay fit, keep cool, and have fun. You can use community pools for exercise or relaxation. City swimming pools are a gathering place for families and neighbors. And as usual, Grant Park started the summer with a pool party. Check with the Department of Parks and Rec for operating hours in your area. For access to Atlanta City government, tune in to ATL 26. The City Channel is your window to City Hall. And you can always email us, send your questions or comments to citytalk@atlantanga.gov. Thank you for watching City Talk. I'm Thermice Beville.